Hi guys, so I'm gonna be doing something really amazing and I have never ever done this before. Went over to some people and I asked them if they would like an absolutely free Instagram audit so that it would really help them in their Instagram strategy, in their marketing strategy, and really understand what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, and things where there's a lot of potential for them to grow. And yes, this will be the first time that those people are also seeing these reviews, so it will help them massively. So let's get into it. Alright, so here we have her second account, and let's see what she's into and all of that good stuff. So, here is what I see. She has her name here, which is great, but again, it does not speak about what she's into, which is an issue. Right here, also, she hasn't really fully optimized what she's into, what she's offering, and all of that. Her bio as well seems very confusing because, okay, she's a woman entrepreneur, but then she goes on to say she's a social media expert, she's a digital marketer, and her mission is to inspire women. And it is so very broad. The good thing is that she has put in her experience here, which is great, and she also does have her link right here, both of which are great, very great. But it's too confusing. Her bio is very confusing, and it will really send anybody spinning when they look at it. So a lot of improvement here, improvement right here. Even in her picture she could alter it, because having this double shadow does not really help, and it's very confusing for anybody. Rather, having a smiling picture would have really helped. Now let's look at her content. Also, another problem is that she does not have any stories currently, neither does she have any highlights, both of which are negative points. So let's just now move on to her content. Okay, so attending 5-day LinkedIn workshop was so much fun. Okay, great. See, now this post talks about one of her workshops that she attended, which is great, because she's telling everybody like, hey, I am learning, I'm a learner. But again, there are no hashtags here. Okay, the picture isn't very clear. She did try to, come up with this entire creative, but does not look very interesting, very creative at all. So it will not really spark creativity, interest in absolutely anyone. And you can actually see there's little to no engagement right here. Okay, now let's see one of her posts. One more issue is that she hasn't optimized any of her posts at all. You know, no hashtags and no locations. So that's again a negative point. Again, this one is a generic picture, but again, nobody will be interested in that if they do not have a connection with her already. Again, negative points for that. Now I see that there are some posts on the art of baking, which is again very confusing for even me, trying to understand that if she's a book writer or if she's into baking for home bakers, or if she's a digital marketer. So these are two very confusing things. And this is something that she really needs to understand, if she's into digital marketing or if she's into baking and book writing and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I would really suggest doing a lot of niching down and a lot of optimization in her post, so that people really understand what she's into and really take all of that from her. We are on our next account right now, and I like the name a lot. I like the handle a lot. Unlimited dot manifesting. Pretty interesting actually. But what I do not like here is that I do not know the name of the person, which really sends me off, and it actually feels really weird when you're not able to understand what the person's name is, looking at their bio, which is a very bad thing to do. So it's a lot of working right there. I like that, whoever's account this is, they have put in all of these things, but again, too generic. Because conscious manifesting coach is good, that's great. But again, I mean, she does also talk about, she or he also talk about their offer right here. But what the confusing part is, like, what is their track record like? I cannot see that. I would give positive points for this Linktree link right here. Let's click on this and understand what he or she's sharing. Okay, so coaching package, terms and conditions, which is a good thing. Join the tribe, and yeah, this is a Facebook group. Okay, so this is a good part that they've done. Moving on to their content, I feel again that it is very generic. Um, because you can't really make out if it's about manifesting money or if it's about love. What is it really about? And I think her posts are also not created by her or him for some reason. Um, these hashtags are again too generic. I like that she's using a location tag right here, which is definitely helping her. But again, the caption isn't well written. Does not make so much sense. Oh my god, right here there is nothing. Okay, I see the issue. I mean, there's nothing. She just posted it. She or he just posted it like that. So those are all the issues that I see. So, word of advice would be to really niche down again, to work on putting your name somewhere, because only then a connection would be able to happen, and to create your own content, which is very, very mindful, and is easily able to tell you what the person's really about. Like the Instagram handle a lot. I like that they have their name, but again, this isn't fully optimized because, you know, just the name wouldn't really help her get seen on Instagram because Instagram is such a big platform. I do like her first line, which is contact me for your hygienic, healthy, and clean measurements of cereals and beverages. Great. Um, Delivery nationwide, which is good. We sell in bags to the smallest quantities, which is great. But she does not have a link. No CTA buttons right here, which is not really a good thing. As I would say, she does have stories. So let's see her stories right here. Okay, that's just a normal thing. That's like an advertisement basically. Okay, let's see her post. So one issue is that she hasn't written any caption, no hashtags, all negative points. Also, she's not putting up locations right here, which is again a bad thing because it will again be not be beneficial for her. I see this is a new account for some reason. Yeah, okay, this is not a new account, but she's in posting, and yeah, so this is a good post, I would say. And see, you see this right here. When she did do a good job at her caption, she was able to get more lead, which is actually great. um Good work on this one. So this is how captions should be written if you're really into product marketing. The chat's right here, but again, nothing with the hashtag, so a lot of room for improvement here. What I do really like is that they have Canada right here, which is great. I really like what they've done here. I like what okay, I like what they've done right here, which is great. I love how they've written their bio. It would really also be good if they kind of a little bit niche down right here and tell who is it exactly about, which is gonna really help. I like that this person has added that it's a small business, it's a Canadian company, and it's mom owned. So it's basically a mom's business for more moms. So something like that, which is great. I also like the fact that they've added their link here. And if you click on it, their website opens up, which is great. I love how they've done their website as well. And they have this offer running here as well. Great, I love that. Now, let's look at their highlights for a second because they haven't done their highlights really well. Because they could have done a lot, but it's just very random right here. So they should definitely work on their highlights, which would be very useful because they could do a lot right here. They could put their catalogs right here. This is a great thing that they've done. I think there is a lot of improvement in their hashtags right here. They've done a good job with the optimization right here. But again, a lot to be done here as well in their captions as well, because this would really, really help them a lot with their sales. I like how they've added this picture because it really, really adds this great element of connection when you put up pictures like this. So you see this one, this person could probably be a potential buyer if they do have kids or something like that, right? So you really need to understand what the good points and bad points are. They should focus on doing more pictures like this because they definitely do get a lot more engagement. Great for their reach. and they definitely need to work on their posts because it's very random. I mean, if you put posts like this and you won't get much engagement, so you really have to make a emotional kind of like a thing first. Putting up more pictures like this would definitely help. Working on your hashtags would really help. Definitely collaborating would help, I would say, and having stories all time of people ordering or even some customer reviews would really be helpful. I really like how she's done her picture. I really like how she's done her picture right here, which really allows you to understand um, whose this account is, and it really helps you build up that connection as well. So great work here. I wouldn't really add in these numbers here if this was a business account because this is very confusing, but maybe that's because she did not get her name as is. So definitely think of changing this. One more issue is that she hasn't optimized this fully. Her bio isn't written. She does have a link, which is a plus point. Um, Regarding her highlights, let's see. So this is a great highlight, but the issue that I really see here is that it's all very personal stuff, and she hasn't really, you know, made her highlights the way that she should be, depending on the kind of work that she's doing. So she says that she's a mindset coach and a dog lover, which is great, but then her highlights should also really not just be personal but business stuff as well. So that's a very big issue that I see here. Dog pictures are great. I mean, there's no issue with putting up dog pictures. You could probably open a full account about that. But the issue right here that I see is that she does not put hashtags. Her captions are not well written. Um, you know, because I see so many dog pictures right here, it gets very confusing for me because again, like this one, it gets confusing because you're not sure if you're ready to invest in her as a coach or not. So I would really say that the thing that she should be doing is working on her content big time. If she really wants to keep posting dog pictures, she should probably really, open another account which is all about that, and it will grow really well because these pictures are very cute and they do symbolize a lot for her. But if she really wants to grow as a coach right here, the content has to change, transform big time. And that is it for the review on this things that we see. So I'll start right from the image, right, the profile picture right here, and the name right here. So which is great. I mean, she's into Herbalife, so she's put it right here, which is great. But the issue that I see is that she does not have it here, which does not really make it searchable, which is a thing that she would definitely work on. Now again, one more issue that I see is that I do not really find that in her bio she's put much effort at all because it's very it doesn't seem very to the point. It doesn't seem like the person she's trying to help would be able to really understand what she's into because words like need help, talk to somebody, mentor, coach are very broad terms, and it doesn't really speak much. She has given her number, which is a great thing, but she's not used any kind of CTA buttons that we always talk about, so that would really help her. And yeah, so a lot of potential here, right here. She could change this up because does not really make her account look unique. She could change this right here, and even in her link that she's given right here, she could actually make it more personalized. If she has a link of her own or like a form, she could do something like that. Okay, now let's move on to her content. um let's see some of her stories first. Okay, so in her stories, they do seem fun. They do seem good actually, but again, because not much thought given to it. I mean, she does talk about Herbalife, which is great, but she hasn't really talked about the benefits, which does not really allow the audience or any person who's just scrolling on her Instagram to really understand what she's really into and why somebody should actually get into Herbalife. Now let's look at her content. So here is a video on Herbalife. I assume she's talking about the things, these products, But the problem right here is this, and these are, the hashtags are not really nicely done. She hasn't used a location tag. I don't see a well written caption, and that's the reason you can say the comments are not much. Going to different posts. This is a good video, but again, these are too generic hashtags. But yeah, I mean, the good thing is that she's used the location tag here, so she does know about it, but she needs to give in more thought into that. So that is it for this account.